Good evening, chat. I'm gonna get this started a little bit before 9:45. My coffee is completely full. I think we're just gonna go with this. Yeah, so I don't stream often. Actually, I think it's really like my second time. Just kind of setting it up more as a memoir recording of a trial and error of things that we do in video games. So I kind of got hooked into engineers for the last few weeks, where I've been attempting to obviously recreate U.S.S. Planet Express. And then I found out the Futurama was coming back out. Yeah, just kind of spare time working on it. I have no idea if my computer is going to explode, how long I'm actually going to be broadcasting for, but just kind of testing things out, seeing if I can get it to push through the frames per second, get some work done on it. So, get in the pod. I don't know what's going on. So, starting off on the bridge. Absolutely everything on this ship is temporary, as far as I'm concerned. I'm mapping out different shapes for, have a lot of referrals and stuff for just what I'm trying to make it as accurate as possible with what information I can find online. Working on a lot of hallway designs. I did have a bathroom. What happened to my bathroom? I think my Bob system ate it when I was playing around with the settings. On a couple of screens, some overlays. So currently, I'm definitely obviously running into an issue with the, what do they call it? The limit, the ships. Leela's room. Mostly just mapping out a lot of things. As I'm building it, I'm adjusting the engines and weight, rust. The ship is currently, I think, about 8,000 kilograms. It has atmospheric thrust capable of 10,000. So it will just lift it. The current hydrogen inside of the ship requires the help of the atmospherics and is currently programmed as a manual transmission, just like the doctor ordered, which still has to be reprogrammed. So for anybody that doesn't know about the ship, it is from Futurama. Apparently it has 3 different levels. Main floor. I don't have a blueprint map of this floor to show, not on a display at least. Med bay. Some type of a crew quarters, or waiting, some lounge or something like that. So the ship is being built in small grid, obviously, where I'm trying to do my best to convert it to have the full capabilities of the large grid facilities as well. Currently, Space Engineers just have a convenient way of connecting large and small grid. So I'm using obviously advanced rotors to adjust the, oops, not that one. I love their new system. So maybe I'll just set the large grid on it and adjust the heights and see if I can get the floors around it. So staircases, I have to put another elevator in the back. I still have months of work to do on this bloody thing. This might be version 1. I really don't know if I'll have to remake this in a smaller version, Current floor plan for the where I started to build the ship was literally right here, and there's where the foot comes down. I'm still trying to get my pickiness, and I'll show you the outside in a second. There will be mechanical airlocking doors everywhere, if I can. This was measured out to an average size rover for engineers. Originally, it was going to be dropping down, and I'm looking at the amount of space, and today we're probably going to try and cut this short. There's gravity generator. Hell of a lot of gyros. Still not enough. But you see the sides of the pods. I'm thinking about cutting the height of this off and having it so that when you come in, this area is another lift that will lower you to the area. And the roof, I think I mapped it out here. Pods, I'll have to put the roof in here, and I might be able to put in some more gyros. Yeah, maybe that's the area. But see, I might have to change the height of the roof. Like coming across this level or something. Stuff that full of motors. But that's just the worky part. I would like to get the landing gear working in the rear as well, where the outside of the ship will open up, same as the bay, and have the landing gear properly go down. There should be another elevator that goes up. In the back, where I'm converting into large grid sectional for military purposes. For measurement purposes, I'm putting in capability of loading the ship with refineries, advanced assemblers. It's my view button. Yeah. I do not think that 3 tanks is currently going to be enough. Even the H2s, again, a lot of measurements. So one trick that I used was, I'm going to take the ship for a little test flight as well. But because I'm using large grid as a subgrid, there's more than enough room for the 7 or 6 blocks. But the engines, atmospheric engines, believe that it's going to land, so it'll put off that smoke effect. So I'm going to cancel it out for the thrust or the atmospherics down here and put this row in as a subgrid so that where the vents are on the side of the ship, it'll have that smoke effect while it's flying around in atmosphere. But she is an absolute beast so far. Just kind of playing with it in my spare time and see what I can come up with. Eventually, I'd like to convert. Yeah, I may have to redo it as a smaller version to fit into the game's functionality of average CPUs in which I run. Oh, I still massively have to do these calculations. I am currently still parked. Alright, so, oh my god, how did I get to 9,400 pounds? Well, it'll still fly, but still have to balance my... Alright, so on the hotbar currently I only have 3 gears programmed. Atmospherics for atmosphere should lift the ship perfectly fine. Nope. Yeah, they're rated for 10, so they're literally just there at this point for... Now the good part is, I have only put 2/3 of the capability of engines into the ship. The entire front of the ship still has to be filled with components, as well as the center. So currently atmospherics clearly are not doing a very good job, but I have first, second, and third gear for hydraulic. So if I turn on first, second, and third, all of a sudden the ship becomes a hell of a lot more functionable. So today, ooh, something is moving inside of the ship. I have parts laying around. You can hear them. There is no clang in the ship. If there's anything, it's... Oh, I see it. It's on the top. Look at that. Yeah, it's the... Fall out of the ship. Fall out. Look over there. I had destroyed some cargo units on the top of the ship where I was playing around with the turret. And that was just the ammunition for it. No clang. So I definitely have to put on some more gyros. That's kind of where I'm at, is just getting some more functionality out of the ship. The weight and stuff's okay. It's coming along well. If it wasn't for the PCU limits, which... Where am I at? 500,000. My god. Yeah, definitely got to work on my gyros. I have taken it in and out of atmosphere, which that is, I guess, technically the goal for tonight, is to make some more adjustments. Shouldn't take very long. Should be up in the air and running. No time. Looks like we're going to have to add some more batteries. 97% is not good for atmospherics. There is a... So if I shut off second and third gear, I'm currently running at about half the engines. I've been cheating and adding more engines into the first gear. When it's done, it should have 6 gears. Just because I drive a 6-speed. So I don't know where. What did I add when I was off? I've literally gained like 1,000 tons, and I don't know where. She's not responsive at the moment. Ooh, that's what we're looking for right there. What happened if I just... Nah, we'll land it, and then we'll go get it. It's there for 15 minutes. I'm contemplating on putting in 3 more hydrogen tanks, maybe 2, just to balance it out. I've been trying to keep it so that I'm building it on the hardest atmosphere conditions possible, so that it is capable of flying in and out of atmosphere. You can kind of see, yeah, that, I'm gonna have to turn on Bob, get him to pick up whatever that is. What are you going to do? I hope he doesn't start eating anything, but here, he'll pick shit up. Like half, I only have 1 storage container on here, which is a large grid, and he had like half filled it with all my parts that I'm cutting off of the ship. So when I was trying to, I want the tank for ice, obviously. Okay, that was not good. That has never happened before. Yeah. This could be a more exciting night than usual. What the hell would that have been? Did I add gyros where I don't see any damage on the outside? Anyway. Oh. Let's do this. Ship's flat. Engine's off. Stick the parking gear on. I don't believe that eats hydrogen. What the hell is that? Exciting. Let's find out what blew up, because I haven't really ran into too many problems yet. Unless that oh, that was probably just the ammunition that was rolling around, because it was like there, and then that's where it would have blew a hole in the ship. What the fuck? This side's fine. Yeah. That's what happened. See? You just clean up your ammo. Maybe Bob blew it up. Who knows? Target practice. Top turret isn't even hooked up. So I am playing in survival, obviously, and with a creative build. I would personally love to try and get this thing into an actual playthrough. That would be really fun. So originally, before this started, I need to go grab that. After shut off all the engines. I had started on the alien planet, and I was thinking about doing a playthrough with my friends for... There it is. Putting life pods on all axes of the planets and making it a challenge for the friends to see who can go. I don't know what that was, but good. And there was a station here before my CPU was ready to explode, so I deleted it. Speaking of deleting things, and I thought, well, if there was like, I think I calculated it was like 46 for all the moons and planets and stuff, that like if I put like a neighborhood and just built like 46 welcome pods for the first colony mod thing that they had put on, just to add all the factions and stuff and put on everything, and then you could, something went wrong, so they're scattered through the universe, and you have to build ships and go and get your neighborhood, and the friend, you paint them your color and see who can go and grab one tonight, group up, go grab a few of them. But that way you have reason to go all over the universe and then come back, making it a little bit challenging with the pirates and shit. So, but that's your future. Then I got distracted. Oh, you son of a... Fuck off, Bob. I don't know if I have 18 plus clicked, but you little... This guy. I don't even know if I have a... Can I? No. No, that just does that. Right, bell later. CPU going to explode. Yeah, I'm only running about 30 frames. Try and take it easy. I won't move the mouse too fast. Often. Alright, Bob, you're out of here. Bastard. He is picking up all the parts that I literally just frickin' dumped out. Another thing I wouldn't mind checking. Just for the sake of sakes. Yeah, let's just, like, we don't really need any of this crap. So, see if that helps. Go. Chug for a second. Okay, it's still sitting at the same. Right. Functional CPU, but certainly not the best. Okay. Well, my thought was... Oh, I could have just went off the measurement of that. Forgot about that. What I could do, just stand here. I'm learning how to use the spectator camera. Alright, so I don't know if that'll help with the so if I was a ceiling, ooh, I would be right about there. That's what that mark was for. If I put in another layer of gyros, it would be that high. I was wondering if that was going to be like awkward to. I'm just going to use my character. Seems smoother and more familiar. Let's. See what happens if we just. Ooh, what I do need to do. Symmetry. Sure. Think about that. And that. See, how would that feel? You're. I think that in the right place. See, that's not what I want to do. That's what I want to do. No, I did not. It does actually have to go down another level. Son of a. Could you imagine screwing up like that in survival? Okay, so I want to get it done first. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Drop it. There you go. Shoot to low, I missed one. What the hell happened there? Oh yeah, right, I didn't finish that. That was before symmetry. This thing's got a like. Yeah, fuck it. Work around it. Over here. I could technically drop this whole floor down, really, if I had to, as well. Even that could technically be moved. Don't worry about painting anything tonight. Just gonna get those engines in. Oh, Lord and Tendron. This is gonna be. I don't know if I'm gonna have to. Where was that line? I don't know where. I don't know when. But I should not be deleting walls on this side. Guessing. Yes. I'm gonna need one or two more gyros, and then we'll take it for another trial and error. God, I'm really starting to hate this color. 1 second. Where's that other green color? Yeah, that. Something to distinguish it. That's the button I'm looking for. Now, where are my minion eyeballs? There he is. Wait for it. If it explodes, I'll be back. Okay, now this I am actually probably going to have to do in the other road. Oh, geez, no pushing shift when you're trying to lay blocks, right? See my compass come down? So I don't know how much I'm going to be able to physically work on this. We'll definitely put the gyros in. I just don't want to bog you guys out with extremely low frame rates. So just give me a minute and we'll just at least see if these gyros... I would actually like to just see if I can get it out of atmosphere again, personally, but see how she maneuvers. Those... Come to me, my jungle friend. There. I know what you're thinking. It's a lot of gyros, but you're going to see me try and do this. I think that literally makes it like 4,000. This is what I mean by I may have to go for a smaller version. So this is just a big ass test ship. Alright, where's my character? Let's go see what that type of gyro does. Come to me, my elevator friend. Just slow down, ready? Just, I would love to build a version of this ship that was workshop, and I don't think this is it. But it is certainly fun to fly around. What we should do, just because I'm dying to do this. I do not need you right now. I just need to take a quick blueprint while you think about it. I think if I bring it to space, I'll be able to work on it a little bit better. Thrusters I have calculated. Three, 16, 22. Perfect. Oh, that's fantastic. Good enough. Alright, let's go crash on the side of a mountain. See how it explodes. And so, second stream, so if my levels or anything are completely off, let me know. Or just enjoy watching this thing blow up again. So you do put random ammunition everywhere just for effect. Watch it blow up. Hydrogen, 91%. Bullshit. Alright, atmospherics on, parking brake off. Let's go first gear on just so we can actually do something. Those oh my god, C11? Like those gyros, that's what I was doing, adding more gyros. That's why it's so heavy. Alright, let's stat all the engines. Cruise control, 100%. See what you can do. How fast are you speeding up right now? Well, the gyros seem to be a little better. She's not a combat ship. That is for damn sure. Definitely not a CPU ship either. I feel like burning it up. Get to Admiral. Fuck it. Let's just give her a try. She's still climbing. What kind of degree are we on? Ooh, starting to think about that. 40 degrees, starting to come back down. Let's just go 35 and see what happens. Definitely needs more thrusters. I don't even know if I'd trust bringing this thing out of atmosphere right now, coming back in. Not the button I'm looking for. Lift! I don't know if it'll help if I turn that back one on or not. Yeah, it's just technically hovering there, so won't really do too much right now. Yeah, see I do have to get those engines in. If I hit any drones or anything, this thing like still won't. I have nothing on it. I guess I have the artillery with no ammunition. If I aim it right, I could just disconnect the advanced rotor and throw the gun at it. See if I can hit the drone if I run into one. Speaking of. Yeah, I had this thing so that it would just go straight up. I need to put those. I think I'm just going to put the other thrusters on it. I should be able to just snap them on. Shouldn't take very long. These gyros seem to be working slightly better. Oops, something's rolling around. Turned off second and third gear. Hell, shut off first gear. No, the Atmos cannot take that. Shut off the cruise control and see if it's actually going to slow down or not. Second, third gear on. Yeah, she'll slow down. No problem. Just shut them all off. It is still flying well. I would really like to do a version of it that was a lot more accessible. I'm thinking a smaller version is going to be handy. Oh, actually, we might crash. I don't think it likes that very much. We are just way overweight. If I do crash, it'll be the first time I crashed it. Oh, 580. You get enough lift to get home? Show those pods over there. I guess technically I don't even have to go home, but platform A, we'll call it home. So far, we got a lot of memories there. Spawn the ship in complete vanilla. Into a vanilla playthrough. It's still good. But I have to admit, I was definitely picky at, still am, like held up, trying to get these outsides done. I don't know. Way too much hydrogen. I have no idea what an acceptable amount of hydrogen tanks would be, and I'm trying to remember. People can slow down. Oh, this thing's like not even slowing down right now. Those gyros have just the weight of them. I've tried putting on large grid gyros as well. Maybe I'm over 90,000 blocks now. Nope, nope, I'll go that way. Backwards. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. Yeah, like even the Atmos wouldn't take that. OMG. Good times. Well, isn't working. I don't know if it's just one of those projects where you just don't want to let go of it. Want to keep trying and hope that it pans out a bit better. Because we are currently oh my god, I thought it was only like 90,000 blocks. I'm like over 100. My problem is the size of the project. Yeah, I've measured. I can. You know what I should do is I've debated on just gutting, making different versions of it and stuff, but might do a. I just feel like I should do some versions of it where I have a luxury version and like a military version. Like if I take out everything but cockpit and engines, then I can the dream is having portholes and stuff, space and flexibility that I could do things like keep the width of the fins and stuff are designed so that a large block is 5 blocks wide. So I've left several. So that way the wings could be split. This is just shaped. I haven't even added the volume to it yet. But I think what I want to do is like gut the ship except for what is only necessary. And then be able to finish the outside of it. And at least then I would have a much better idea on if the project is even capable of being finished. Space engineers will only allow a player in the standard settings to have 100,000 blocks unless you shut that off. I'm already obviously way past the PCU limit. Hmm. What I need is a new computer. No, I just play with the game. I haven't played Space Engineers in a while. I took on this project, and it'd be interesting to see if I could actually build it in a survival scenario from Blueprint. The large grid components aren't necessary. What would actually be really neat is, and another reason why I want to try some variants of it at this point, is if you had the outside completely small grid as one grid, and then had the inside with completely large grid components, is the other reason why I want to gut it and just see what all I can fit on the inside of it, for large or small. But I'm determined. I mean, I want to see this hit the workshop if it's possible. Obviously, I do not want to redo it a second time. Alien world saved. Hmm. The only other test I could do, and I've only toyed a little bit with it, is the large grid gyroscopes. But when I look up the gyroscopes, it's like nobody has any information on how much they weigh, how many you need. Let's check Google. Gyroscope calculator. I actually have one. See? The answer is more weight, more gyros. Well, what if your gyros are the weight? I mean, so if I was to start gutting it, what would I start gutting? Oh, I am down. Yeah, I don't know how long I'm going to be able to. I don't know if my computer's going to be able to really handle too much of this. Chopping out at about 22 frames per second right now. I may have to log out and make some major alterations to this. Like, my FPS is fine when I get away from the ship, but like that's why I'm trying to have the stream. I want to keep a progress on it. See, my FPS is fine as soon as I get away from the ship. Not a problem. What I might do is take the night, maybe go in and gut it off stream, and then have a much better, at least have a version that's a little bit more capable of broadcasting. Yeah, just try to find some, workarounds and stuff. Like currently we're literally talking, like, this is where my weight's at in trying to control the ship. So unless I have this many gyros, this many gyros, this many gyros, and this is like, day before, yesterday, today, this is a few days ago, adding this many. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take the night and gut out everything that's not necessary so that I can test the ship a little bit better. Because I really want to get that landing gear and stuff working. Yeah, I'm gonna get the ship. That's what we're gonna do. Well, I think this stream was only about an hour long. Glad I could share it with everybody, and hope you like my projection, my enthusiasm to try and get this shit going. But yeah, like even for testing purposes, I would rather gut it and skip out on the fancy dancy shit right now. Get the cockpit. I'll see about leaving the main floor, probably. But second floor, I don't like. There's no point. I um, and same with the pod. Like I'm gonna take out everything that's not necessary, and that way I can test the weight and gyros that are required. I was pretty good going into this until I hit this the gyro, um, and it's not even a problem that I can't overcome, other than PCU. Oh, it's gonna be a mess next time you see me. Yeah. So this is the little vehicle that my buddy popped on, and he found this thing, and he thought it was like smoking a little. It's just my little forklift. So what happens is I copy that, and the way I've been survival mode using creative tools, testing the ship and components, the advanced rotors are good for when they're on the bottom. You could just drop in the large grid and be able to connect it. It's very easy. But when doing the bathroom, you need to drop down a large grid block, have the little machine drive up to it and grab onto it, put the head on top of it, lift it, lock it, and then that's what that little vehicle was for. I was so excited to hear the Futurama was coming back out. Even Bender, I'm not good with a lot of the names for casts on absolutely anything. It's the way my mommy made me. But I had actually started the ship before I even found out that Futurama was having another something. Still don't even really know what it is, but I just thought, what ship has not really been created. Like from, I mean, we can all do Star Wars, we can do um, Star Trek. Just kind of neat coming across the blueprints of this, and yeah, shapes coming together. But I do think I'm going to end the stream, and I'm just going to try and overcome a couple of these problems. I'm not going to be streaming for long periods of time as of yet. I'm still getting back into my regular work schedule. Tonight's just a random night off. I work nights normally. Generally, I'm on in the afternoons or I hope to be. I have not been, but looking at life, I'm going to be on during the week, probably mid-afternoon, between like 2 and 6 kind of idea. But I like the Space Engineers, Valheim. I also have a lot of ideas for like to share. Uh, I have a project going that's almost as enthusiastic as this one in Valheim. I was waiting for their cave updates, and it's finally come out, so good times. Well, stay healthy, everybody. I'm going to be signing off. Good night.